I'm currently a resident. I'm thinking about trying to become pregnant and ideally having a baby around the time that I finish residency. I currently have disability insurance that is own occupation through one of your recommended people. Thanks for that. For the normal amount that residents are able to get. I did not have any health problems or high-risk hobbies when I bought disability insurance and still do not. Are there any considerations that I need to think about as far as pregnancy and disability insurance? For example, if I developed a pregnancy complication, would this affect my ability to increase and or change my disability insurance for more coverage or different riders when I transition from being a resident to an attending? Would this count as a new health problem? Does pregnancy by itself pose any sort of an issue as a pre-existing condition for disability or life insurance? I'm wondering since the time I am thinking about having a baby will be the same time that I would expand my insurance, and I just want to make sure I can anticipate any problems that might come up. Plan to talk with my insurance pro about this, but maybe there are other women who might benefit from this information. So let's talk about pregnancy and disability insurance.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, there are a lot of questions in there. So I think what I'm going to do, what might be helpful for the listeners, is just to be able to talk about pregnancy and disability insurance kind of in general. And I think it'll answer all the questions. But this is a touchy subject. First of all, congrats on being pregnant. Congrats on getting disability insurance, one of the own occupation companies. That's awesome. So let's talk about pregnancy pre-getting disability insurance. If you're thinking about getting disability insurance and you're thinking, well, I'm either pregnant or I'm going to be pregnant, the way it typically works is if you are pregnant and you're in the first or second trimester, they will go ahead and issue you a policy, but it's going to have a pregnancy exclusion on it. So basically, any complications from pregnancy, labor and delivery, anything like that, they're just not going to cover it until you have a normal birth, everything's healthy, and then they'll go back and they'll take that off after you've gone back to work, post-pregnancy. If you're in your third trimester, they actually will postpone giving you a policy until you have then been back to work for a certain period of time. So during those trimesters, it kind of does matter when you apply for the coverage and when you get it, whether or not you're going to get it with a temporary exclusion or you're going to get it postponed before they'll give it to you. After you have your disability insurance, it's absolutely imperative that you get it with the future increase options. And different companies call it different things. You have benefit purchase rider and future increase options with Guardian, benefit update with Principal. They all call it different things. But it's basically the guaranteed right to increase your coverage in the future, regardless of any changes in your health. And so if you already have a disability policy, it doesn't matter what happens in your health, as long as you have those riders to increase your coverage. You could go through a bout of some type of cancer, you could get pregnant and have complications, and you could have anything happen, really. And they cannot change the pricing or the features or the definitions or anything in the coverage. So that's why we absolutely say when you're getting these policies, you want to make sure you get the right to increase, no more medical questions, physicals, labs, nothing asked again, in case something like that happens. So, so pre-getting the policy, absolutely, it can matter. It can affect you getting that policy. And post-getting the policy, it shouldn't have any impact on you being able to increase your coverage in the future.
Do you want your questions answered by the White Coat Investor? Record your question at whitecoatinvestor.com/YQA or click the link in the description.